Edmonton police have just identified the remains of two Indigenous women who died nearly 50 years ago, bringing closure to their families. In July of 1975, the body of Louise Latteroute was discovered in the North Saskatchewan River, investigators determining she drowned several days before. Her death was deemed non-suspicious. DNA technology was not yet available at the time. Nearly a year later, in June of 1976, the body of Irene Jackknife was found by police outside a home in Edmonton. Officials thought her death was medically related, not criminal. Both women were buried at the time without being identified. Their bodies were exhumed just a few months ago under a partnership by Edmonton Police, RCMP, and the Institute for the Advancement of Aboriginal Women.
There is no evidence to suggest that either woman's death was criminal in nature. And it's my heartfelt hope that the thorough review of these two cases provides some answers to the families.
Part of Friday's announcement from Edmonton Police came with an acknowledgement that investigators didn't do all they could in the case of Louise Latteroute, even though her family tried several times throughout the last 5 decades to open a missing persons report.
We didn't investigate it as a missing person. And that's not easy to admit, but it is the case. We look back, we cannot find any records of any report being taken by investigators at the time.
Irene Jackknife's case was handled by RCMP. A miscommunication between family led to Jackknife not being reported missing until 2022.
We understand that the family was of the belief that she was reported missing to the Drayton Valley RCMP. As we began looking into it, we did not locate a file, and we spoke to the individual who the family believed had actually reported her missing, and that person didn't actually report her missing.
Melissa Johnson says she knows about her Auntie Louise through talking with her mother, saying she's glad police acknowledged they didn't do enough at the time to identify her aunt.
It was a little bit, it's a little bit upsetting, but at the same time, I'm very happy that they could come forward and let everybody know that there was a mistake made and just kind of own up to that. So, and I mean, it's changed things for the procedures for moving forward, so I'm pretty sure that a lot of other families will be happy with the result of that.
Investigators say they have 20 unidentified human remains cases, some that date all the way back to the 1970s. Edmonton's Police Chief Dale McPhee hopes new technological advancements will provide answers in cold cases, particularly for missing and murdered Indigenous women.
When we have families that have been missing people for 51 years, I think it's time that we used anything that's available to us to at least try to solve these things, and I think you're going to see that become the norm in policing.
Reporting from Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.